image and put on your report or on your PDF or PowerPoint or whatever it is that you're doing. So that's what we're here to do. We're not going to waste too much of your time, and so we're just going to start immediately with dividend tracker before we now get to NMX itself, which is the companies in Nigeria that have over 100 billion in revenue. So I'll just allow Tolu to just take us through dividend tracker. Tolu is our head of research. So Tolu, please let's just show how dividend tracker works. We also have our IT lead here, David. He's been very instrumental to some of these things you're seeing here. David, you want to stand up so that they can all recognize him here? Yeah. Our IT head is not in the country, so he works mostly remotely. Another great guy. I'm sure he's probably listening in as well as this is going on. But let's allow Tolu just to go through this. Tolu, go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have, as he has introduced, some of the products that we're working on just for the benefit of the people, right? Thank you.
Stand here.
Thank you. Users can filter by year. We can also filter. We have all the information that we need on the dividend tracker. We have the qualification dates. We have the payment dates. We have the AGM dates. We have everything that we need. Aside all the data that we need on dividend, we also try to continuously update this website with disclosures, the change of to reclaim your dividend, the registrars and everything would be on this website. So we hope that you'll be able to maximize this opportunity that we've created for you. Thank you.
So, just to add, I just wanted to show you the website itself. I think it's possible. To log in. See it. Send my login is it's not working. Okay, the email address is not working. So it's up now. What's controlling? Okay, yours. Okay. Okay, go on.
So these are the information we have there. We specifically specified the interim dividend, the final dividend. We want to know what interim dividend was declared in a certain year and what final dividend was declared. We want to know if bonus was also part of the deal. You want to know the dividend paid in the year. You want to know what the outstanding shares is at a certain year. So all this information are there. The qualification date, I believe, is very important so that you don't sell off your shares before you're qualified to receive dividend. So yeah, we can filter too. There's a filter, there's an advanced filter. We can see the advanced filter button where you can filter by date, you can filter For AGM, you can filter for payments. Say you want to know the dividend that will be paid this month alone, so you can filter for that. And if you have any stock that is paying this month, you know you're already tracking when you're going to be receiving your dividend, and you don't miss out on all of these things. So we've seen investors struggle over the years with information about dividend in one place, and now they can access it. So this is an opportunity for everyone. So yeah. So we also have a place where you can click the year, right? You can click if it's 2025, you can click 2024, you can click 2023. So it is already placed there in the year they were declared. So it's just very easy. If you think about different ways that this would be easy for anybody to navigate. Thank you. So I think we can now, yeah.
So the good thing about it as well is that you can even share. So there's a share button.
Yeah,
so
yes.
you can even click it and share and use.
Like anything that can make this easy for you, it's already embedded in this, right? And the IT department is doing fantastic. Thank you.
All right, so we'll move to deals book.
Deals book. So for deals book, we track deals and investments that occur in a certain year on year, right? Some of the deals that we track startup deals, startups that raised funding in a certain year. We also track merger and acquisition for a certain year. So this company acquired this one, that's merged with this one. We have them all tracked. We also track government deals announced, commitments, pledges, those that were already in the process, those that were already completed. You have all of this information there. So there's a section that says completed, in progress. So you know that the government is receiving funding for this, but they've not received all. Probably a drawdown, right? So probably a drawdown, and it's going to last for maybe a number of years. You're going to see the information there. For startups, we have other information there that you can actually track. What stage did they raise for? Is it their stage, do they pre-seed? Is it their seed? Is it their series A, series B, series C, whatever series? Is it even debt that they raised at a particular time, right? So all of this information are there. So startup, commercial paper deals are also there. So what are the commercial papers that were raised in a certain year? You want to see that, okay, MTN raised this year and they raised that year. Dangote Sugar or Dangote Cement raised, BOA raised. These are the companies that raised funding in the economy. So all the deals that anybody could want to track is already all types of investments, startup, commercial papers, government deals, DFIs. It could be maybe Afrexim Bank or AFTB that is funding a certain sector or a state in Nigeria for certain goal, right? All of these things will be there. We have governments of other countries partnering with Nigeria government and saying, okay, we pledge or we commit this amount of money to energy sector because we want to work together to improve the energy sector. So all of these investment deals are all tracked in our deals book. So you want to track how many merger and acquisition happened in a year. You can use the deals book. You want to track how many commercial papers were raised. You can track the deal. You can use the deals book. You want to track number of startups that raise funding. In fact, sometimes on a monthly basis, we write stories. Just summary on it. You find them everywhere. You even have some other places. Referencing article elements. Are we there already? So the sector, we can see the period, was it the month, the period, right? We can see that we have the sector, we actually track the sector. So we know what sector is receiving what funding or what pledge in a certain year. So we can only say that our government is receiving funding in this area. So why have we not seen appreciable improvement in these areas? You can also see the startups. For some of us that we want to start investing in startups, what startups do? Another thing people use to measure startup is the ability to be able to raise funds and to continue to expand. So all of these things, you have them there. Of course, you track the investors. What some investors are venture capital, some are just HNI, some are like multinational, like MasterCard and the rest. You can have them there. Of course, you can see the currency in which the money was raised, either USD, Euro, Naira, and the rest. And what they are using the money for most time is working capital and business expansion. And for those that are for government, it could be for economic expansion, it could be for different things. We have more for this that we have there. So the amount is there, and of course we can share, right? We can share once we have access to this. That's pretty much the things that we have.
Let me come in again. Thank you, Joe. You can see that I'll do this right.
All right, thank you.
So, just to give you a background on this, when we started those tracking deals a few years ago, at that time we were trying to figure out how much, because we noticed that when you have capital importation, like World Track, when NBS releases capital importation, the numbers most times don't tie with what we hear startups are raising. We hear Flutter will raise 100 million. When you check capital importation, you notice that there's a disconnect. So we realized the capital importation tracks only the money that actually came into Nigeria. Now let me give you context. Imagine maybe Flutter Wave or Lemfi, these guys raised $20 million and they announced it. Now what tends to happen is that $20 million will be paid into an account in the US, maybe their account in their US company or UK company. So it didn't come into Nigeria. But they spend that money in Nigeria, because what will happen is that they will now send that money to somebody else. That person will now give them the Naira equivalent in Nigeria. They will start spending. So one way or the other, that investment actually came in, but the CBN will not capture it. And so that's why sometimes you ask yourself, people are hungry, no money, but there's more people are still spending money, because the mechanism for how we capture fund flows needs to change, because a lot of things a lot of the way this money flows is not the straightforward way. And so we started capturing this data, and we typically publish it through different reports. Now what we're interested to note is that the NIPC reached out to us as well earlier, sometime late last year, early this year, and they noticed that we were capturing this and we were reporting it. And they were also capturing theirs. And we decided to collaborate instead of all that, because I noticed we seem to have a lot of this data. And by the way, a lot of the data also comes from your articles, right? So the articles that you all cover, we just gather them together as part of our source for the information. And so now, with the partnership with NIPC, we now publish in some newspapers what is called signals. So yes, every quarter, because the NIPC said they also want to know the value of deals that's happening in Nigeria. Because according to them, they want to know, okay, all these announcements that people are making. Oh, the state government to come and say they have signed a 10 million deal to finance water projects in one state, or to finance solar projects in one state. What do announcements? But we now don't know whether this thing materializes, but the media has carried it already. And so they wanted to also track, did this money really enter? And so we created it. So that's why if you look at some of these things, we have, if you scroll a bit to the side, keep scrolling. Is that the end? No, is that the end? Yeah, because there's a portion where we even have the type of deal. Maybe it's not here. Whether it's a signal, where is it there? Deal type, yeah. No, not even that, deal status. Whether it's a signal or whether it is closed. Do you understand? So if it's a signal, it's just audio, never close out. So we want to be sure that until then, after some time, part of the arrangement we have with NIPC is that if a signal does not materialize to actual investment coming in over a period, and we ask them, it will be taken out.
Yes.
Because it's audio. Yes, so NIPC, that's what NIPC says, and so that's what we've been working on for a bit. And so we just also now did this because we think it should be public. Everyone should be able to see all the deals that's happening in Nigeria over there. And you can see, you can go back into previous years that we've been tracking this data, and it gives you an idea of how investments get into. And you can see the source as well. We also put the source, news, and all that, so that you can see where we're getting this, where the deals are coming from, the people that are invested in Nigeria. So it's very interesting. You just see that, a lot of people that are interested in Nigeria, who are they? All these TL.com, fucking Capital, all these guys. These are the guys that typically bring money into this country. All right, so we'll move quickly to analytics. Do you want to mic me? Yes. So this one we've been working on. Maybe I should use my tab so I can just play around with it. This one we've been working on for some time now, and it's still, we're constantly improving. So what had happened was, because Nairametrics, as some of you know, we are mostly data driven. We like to use data to write most of our articles. And so what it then means is we need to have a lot of data. So that data, we have a lot of them in Excel, and then we now start putting them on Power BI so that we can track. Over time, we realized, we need it to be easier, because Power BI means you have to pay Microsoft every month, and then you have everybody who has access to that data need to be paying. And so we now decided, let us build a website where we can have this data show. I remember showing this website to the country manager for IMF, and he was stunned. He didn't know that something like this existed. And so it's very easy to use. So let's say that we want to track which one? Inflation. Should we go to inflation? Yeah. Right. So let's say we want to track inflation. You come here, you click, it opens for you. So